out, so let's hope.
Yeah, I think we'd all like to see that.
I mean, in the other countries where it hit, they actually saw a pretty fast uptake and then a pretty fast drop, but we'll see.
Sure. Your colleague, Senate President Jake Chapman, I want to read this question just so I don't get the comments he said mixed up, said, quote, the media had a, quote, sinister agenda to normalize, and these were his words, sexually deviant behavior, including pedophilia, seemingly pushed a conspiracy theory on the Senate floor. Do you support those comments?
Well, I'll go with what I said, and I am accountable for my actions and my words, and I think actually my words speak louder. I'm not sure what your question is, but if you're talking about do I think inappropriate things are being displayed in libraries and in classrooms across the state, from what I've heard from parents, I absolutely agree with that. I would be happy. I have actually a piece of paper right here that has an excerpt from one of those books. I'd be happy to read it, and then maybe your listeners can decide if they feel whether it's appropriate or not to have young kids have access to a book that says, would you like me to read it?
Sure.
Okay, you told me to take my pajama pants, which I said, to take off my pajama pants, which I told you, which I did. You then took off your shorts, followed by your boxers. There you stood in front of me, fully erected, and said, taste it. At first, I laughed and refused, but then you said, come on, Matt, taste it. This is what boys like us do when we like each other. I finally listened to you. The whole time, I knew it was wrong, not because I was having sexual intercourse with a guy, but that you were my family. I only did that for about 45 seconds before you had me stop. Then you got down on your hands and knees and told me to close my eyes,
sure,
and that's when you began oral sex on me as well. So I don't know, if parents feel that that is appropriate for children in K-12 education, then I think that's a decision for parents to make, but I don't believe that those kinds of books should be available to children. We should be teaching our children to read math and science and preparing them to be successful in our state. And that's what we need to focus on. We are not where we should be. And it's not for the lack of educators and teachers working hard in classrooms every single day. But let's focus on that and not lose sight of what we are supposed to be doing with our educational system and really help these kids be successful. And then the parents really deal with some of those other issues.
Sure. That is one of the, can I ask the title of that book?
Yeah. All Boys Aren't Blue.
Sure. Thank you. It's one of the ones that's been highly contested in school districts here in central Iowa. You highlighted or said there should be some sort of quick